Gus Schmidt, and I'm back again with a new trading video. So today I'm back on the Pocket Option platform here, and I'm going to be trading OTC currency pairs. So if we click on our assets section here, I have all my OTC pairs that I'm interested in trading checked off here. That way they show up at the top of the chart here. We're like Aussie dollar, Japanese yen here, Aussie dollar, New Zealand dollar. So I can quickly scan through the different currency pairs and look for my setups. Okay, so I'm going to be using one indicator here. And the indicator is the RSI indicator, also known as the Relative Strength Index indicator. And so here's the indicator here at the bottom of the chart. So if I go into my settings here, I have the period set to 6. The default setting is 14, but I've lowered the period to 6 because I'm taking 60-second trades. I'll be taking 1 minute fast 60-second trades. So I need the indicator to be more sensitive to price swings. Okay. And in the style settings, I've disabled the 50 line here. I don't need it. It's enabled in the default. So we disable that. So I've increased the line width to 2 pixels for the main line and also 2 pixels for the 70 and the 30 line here. So we go ahead and save that. And for my candlestick chart, I have the candle set to 1 minute, regular Japanese candles here. And for my trade timer, as I mentioned before, I'm going to be setting it to 1 minute. So I'll be taking fast 60-second turbo trades. Okay, so I'm going to pause the video and look for my first setup. Okay, so I'm on the Great British Pound US dollar currency pair. I haven't taken the trade yet. Okay, but it looks like a potential setup here. So what you're looking for is for the RSI line to cross above the 70 line here. And then what I'm doing now is I'm waiting for that RSI line to cross below the 70 line. And I'm going to wait for it to close, wait for this candle to close before I take the trade. Okay, so you see it's crossed below the 70 line here. So as soon as that candle closes below the 70 line, okay. So I just took a sell trade there. Okay, so the idea is that the candle closes, it has to rise above the 70 line and then close below the 70 line. And so I took the sell trade. So this suggests a continuance of a bearish momentum to the downside over the next 60 seconds. So let's monitor this trade and wait for the expiration. Okay, great. So we won that trade. All right, so let me move on to the next setup. So I'm going to pause the video and wait for the next, look for the next setup. Okay, so I'm on the Great British Pound Australian dollar here. And I'm waiting for this line here, the RSI line, to close above the 30 line here. All right, so the RSI line closes above the 30 line. So just like the previous setup, what I do is first I wait for the the RSI line to fall below the 30 line. Here it's been kind of going, but it's been traveling below the 30 line. And I waited for the price to go above the 30 line again and close above the 30 line here. And right here is where I took the trade. So the idea is that the RSI line has to fall below and then come back, okay, below that 30 line. So let's monitor this trade and wait for the expiration. Great. So we won that trade. All right. So I'm going to pause the video and look for the next setup. Okay. So I'm on the Aussie dollar Swiss franc currency pair, and I'm waiting for this candle to close below the RSI line here. Okay. No, you see that? It didn't close, so I didn't take the trade here. Uh, so let's monitor this. Well, all right, it's heading back up. It's pushing upward here. So the idea is that the RSI line has to go above the 70 line here, and then cross back down below the 70 line. And the candle has to close below the RSI line has to close. So let's look for another setup. Okay, so I'm on the USD COP OTC pair here, and I'm waiting. Okay, so the RSI line crossed below the 30 line, and now it's pushing back above the 30 line, but I'm going to wait till this candle closes and make sure that the RSI closes above the 30 line here before I take the trade. As soon as the this candle closes. All right, okay. All right, so I just took a buy trade there. I was waiting for the candle, this green candle to close to make sure that the candle closed above the 30 line here, right? So then I took the buy trade. Uh, Timing is extremely important. Here, the RSI line crosses below the 30 line and then crosses back above the 30 line, but you have to wait for that RSI line to close above the 30 line before you take the trade. So let's monitor this trade. Okay, great. So we won that trade. Okay, so another thing is you want to work with zigzagging markets. You don't want to work where the markets are just going sideways, consolidating. You kind of want to work with some price action happening in the currency pair. Okay, so I'm going to pause the video and look for the next setup. I'm on the USD BRL OTC pair, and the RSI line just crossed below the 70 line, but I'm waiting for this candle to close along with the RSI line here below the 70 line in about 7 seconds, and I'm going to take the sell trade. All right, so yeah, I just took the sell trade here. And the reason I took the sell trade is First, we wait for the RSI line to cross above the 70 line here, and then the RSI line crosses below the 70 line and closes below the 70 line here. You have to have the RSI line crossing above, then below the 70 line, and then you take the trade. All right, so let's watch this trade. This reversal here is occurring from this level of support here to the downside. Okay, so that trade was in the money. All right, so let me pause the video and look for the next setup. Okay, so I'm on the USD PKR OTC pair, and I was waiting for this RSI line to close below the 70 line here. All right, so it looked like it was reversing, but I think we have a reversal occurring here. So let me monitor this trade and well, I'm going to monitor this currency pair for a second just to see if it continues a bearish trend downward, or if it pushes back up. I'm not going to take the trade. It seems like it's uh, consolidating here. So it's these two doji candle, these two wicks here suggests. All right, hold on a second. All right. Okay, so let's go ahead and take this trade. All right, so I took the trade here. Uh, waited for the candle to close here below the 70 line here. It popped above the 70 line here for a second. Wasn't sure whether it was going to shoot back up, but once I realized there was this bearish momentum occurring here, I went ahead and took the sell trade right here. So the idea is, once again, you wait for the RSI line to shoot above the 70 line and then fall back below the 70 line and take the trade. Take the trade in the direction of the candle here. So let's wait for the expiration. Okay, so we're in the money here. All right, let me pause the video and look for one more setup. Okay, so I'm on the USD PHP OTC pair, and I'm waiting for this candle to close and the RSI line to close above the 30 line here. Okay, here we go. All right, so I just took a buy trade, okay? And the reason why I took the buy trade here is I waited for the RSI line to close above the 30 line here. The RSI line crosses here below the 30 line and stays under the 30 line, then eventually crosses above the 30 line here. And this is why I took the buy trade. Uh, I didn't take it here. You don't want to take it here because it actually didn't cross over the 30 line. It stayed below the 30 line for a while, but then as soon as it crosses above the 30 line and closes above the 30 line here, this candle closed above the 30 line, and that's where I took the trade here. Okay, so we won that trade. So I'm going to close out the session here. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you're interested in checking out some more of my trading videos. I have a link to the platform in the channel comments and or the channel description. Also, I've only been risking about 1 to 2% of my capital. It's part of good money management. You don't want to risk large amounts, high percentages of your capital, because you're going to experience losses too. And the whole idea is that you win more trades than you lose, thereby growing your capital consistently over time. Okay? So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Gus Schmidt. Thank you for watching.